right, Boston, we are back. And it's time for us to continue our Year 1 season simulation with your Boston Bruins. Up here at the beginning of December 1st, 2019, with a record of 12-11-3, which is not the greatest. We have been hit with injuries. We are currently 5 points out of a wild card playoff spot behind the Buffalo Sabres. So we're still in the first half of the season. There's plenty of games to go, but we don't want to be losing games at this point now. We started off the season 12-11-3, fine. Some rough waters early, but now's the time from now to the trade deadline where we want to get a little bit of a buffer so that we're not in any danger of missing the playoffs come the end of the season, all right? We should be a team that's, by the time the trade deadline comes around, at least 10 games above 500. So let's try to get there. In this video, we're going to be simulating up to the 23rd, the game after our Western Canadian road trip up against Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver, which means we have a good 3 months. 1, 2, and 2.5 months to go before the trade deadline. So a lot of simulating in this video. But we got to get the lines... We got to get the lines clicking. Now, I'm going a little bit rogue. I'm going a little bit renegade, going against the grain and what EA Sports is telling me on how to create our lines. I don't like the way the Boston Bruins are playing, and I also am very skeptical on how that line chemistry actually affects your simulation. I have a hunch that it's still very similar to previous editions. And one of the reasons why I do believe this is because the way these players still play reminds me of old games. So like a guy like David Krejci, who we promised to give more ice time to. I got him on the penalty kill now. I'll show you guys. This guy's clearly a playmaker, all right? He's not someone who's going to have a 20, 30 goal season. It doesn't matter if you raise his offensive stats. He is someone who passes the puck. He's got 34 shots in 21 games played, all right? And that's being the main guy on the second line. You take a look at a guy like Pasternak, and I mean, he's only got 6 goals, 66 shots in 26 games played. What about a guy like Brad Marchand, who's got 11 goals? He's got himself 71 shots. What about Patrice Bergeron? We really don't have a top-tier shooter on this team. Yeah, 52 shots, all right? So forget about overalls and line chemistry. We need somebody who shoots the freaking puck, because this second line with Krejci, we need them to not be a -7. He's taken 34 shots. All right, Charlie Coyle, same kind of thing, 40 shots. He's more of like a hitting playmaker, getting 2 shots a game. And then Jake DeBrusk, all right, we take a look at his shots, up at 75. So Jake DeBrusk could always be playing alongside of David Krejci. He does take shots there. But a guy like Charlie Coyle is probably better suited for the third line. But we got to find a shooter that can go in there with David Krejci. Now, I just want to show you guys the special teams penalty kill. All right, Krejci is in there alongside of David Backes. I don't care about the -3 overall, whatever. But I think we may have an opportunity here to not only test the system, but to improve our total amount of shots per game by bringing up somebody who's already in our system. For anyone who's been a fan for a while, JFK, baby, Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson. He's already on our roster. He's playing for the AHL Providence Bruins right now. He's a second-line center, but take a look at these stats. 20 goals in 23 games played. Why is that? Because he is one of those guys that takes shots. Now, I know it's the AHL in comparison to the NHL, but still, everyone's overall should equal out. And also, this guy's getting second-line ice time. 97 shots in 23 games played. It's not even his shooting accuracy, which is great, but, I mean, that is actually nice. It's just the fact that he is taking such a high-volume amount of shots. And I found that in previous games, you want to put guys like this beside guys like Backstrom, beside guys like Krejci, who doesn't take a lot of shots. All right, if we take a look at his advanced analytics, he's giving the puck away a little bit, but he is throwing the body, and he's playing like a two-way forward. So that second line with Krejci as a playmaker, correct? Yeah, playmaker. Jake DeBrusk as a sniper. Why not get Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson, a two-way forward, to play on that second line? Because a guy like Dayton Heinen, 55 shots, it's just not going to be the same. I'd like to do some experimenting, so that's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to rebel against EA Sports' new quote-unquote feature in GM mode and go back with what GM Superbman has used in the past. All right, we're going to see if we can break this. So Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson, he is not waiver eligible, so if I need to send him back down, it won't be a problem. All right, so I'm going to bring him up to the team. Right now, with the injury situation, we have roster spots. All right, and I'm going to just edit the lines here. So we got Marchand, Bergeron, Pasternak. DeBrusk, I want to leave in. Oh, my God, this game is so slow. DeBrusk, Krejci, Heinen. I want to keep on playing Heinen. Nordstrom, Backus, Corrali, Brett Ritchie. All right, so I got to find somewhere. If I put Heinen right there. What the hell? So if I move Heinen off that, oh, I see. It'll whoever you highlight. Okay, so that's cool. That's a good little feature. So I'll move Heinen back down to the third line, and Bjork is the guy that's going to be coming off. Anders Bjork, let's see what he's done. He's a +2 this season. He's a two-way forward. Let's see how many shots this guy's taken. 39 shots in 26 games played. He's a plus. What's his giveaways to take? He's more of like a playmaker, even though he's a two-way forward. I can take him out. That's fine. All right, so you are going to be scratched for JFK, Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson. Even though he is a center, he can play the wing. All right, let's see what happens to that line. Now it's only a 0, so that's fine. Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson, has he played in the NHL just yet? Does he have any NHL stats? Hang on a sec. 2016-17, he played 1 game, no points. Last year he played 28 games, 9 points, a plus player. Let's see what he can do in this season. So he hasn't played in the NHL at all this season, the 2019-20, so we'll be able to track his stats very easily, okay? So JFK is going to go on that second line. Third line is going to be Charlie Coyle, Dayton Heinen, who's a two-way forward, and Nordstrom, who is also a two-way forward. We might want to do something to that third line. Fourth line, we got Corrali and Backus, our 2 penalty killers, so we got to kind of keep that line together. Unless we can dump Backus and just get that salary gone, I'll definitely be doing that. Krug, McAvoy, Miller, Carlo, Grzelcyk, and more. We still have Zdeno Chara out with an injury. Power play. All right, so we got Pasternak, Marchand, and Bergeron, Krug, and McAvoy. Krejci, Coyle, Heinen. Why is DeBrusk on the point? All right, hang on. DeBrusk, you're going to play the right side, so you got that one-timer. Charlie Coyle. You know what, Coyle? I'm going to take you off the power play because I want to try out JFK on the power play here. Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson. There you go. Is he a righty? He's a righty, so he can play the left side. So Krejci, DeBrusk. Somehow Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson is a +1 to that line. All right. Grzelcyk, offensive defenseman, and Heinen, two-way forward. Do we have? I already used Krug. I used McAvoy. Carlo. These guys are all defensive defensemen. So you know what? I will go back with Charlie Coyle on the power play, but you can play the point. All right, my man? He shoots right. Grzelcyk shoots left. There you go. 4-man power play. We're going to keep Marchand on the 4-man power play with Torrey Krug. McAvoy, you're going to play down here with Krejci, DeBrusk, and I'm going to go Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson. I really want to play this guy. I have a hunch. It's wrong for me to be skeptical. The game is still new, but I have a hunch that, when EA Sports implements a new game mode, is it really going to be something that is game-breaking, or is it just another add-on feature like Fog of War or owner mode? I really think that this line chemistry and coaching does not have a lot to do with the simulation. I hate to say it, boys. Krejci, DeBrusk, Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson, and Charlie McAvoy. Penalty kill: Bergeron, Sean Corrali, McAvoy, Carlo, Moore, Miller, Backus, and Krejci. There's the extra ice time for Krejci. Bergeron, the first line penalty kill, and Krejci, the second line penalty kill. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, I want to go through all the lines now. Even though we're going to have more injuries to deal with, now is the time that we really get this team going. Tuukka Rask and Yaroslav Halak. And extras 4-on-4, Bergeron, Pasternak, McAvoy, Krejci, Marchand, Moore. Yeah, that works. Coyle, DeBrusk, Grzelcyk, Miller. Yeah, that works. 3-on-3, Bergeron, Pasternak, Krug, Krejci, Marchand, McAvoy, Coyle, DeBrusk, Carlo. Yeah, that works. I'm not going to put JFK out there. Extra attackers, yeah. And then the shootout, yeah. All right, and our scratch players, we have 4 scratch players. So once Chara comes back from injury, we're going to have to send one of these guys down. I think all these guys are waiver players as well, so we might lose one of these guys to waivers. I think I might send Par Lindholm down. He's a 0. Wagner, I want to keep Wagner. Bjork, yeah, I think it would be Par Lindholm who gets sent down. All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. What is this? Providence Bruins. All right, hang on. Let me just go back to the AHL and hit best lines. All right, there you go. And back to the NHL just to make sure nothing screwed up. No. So JFK is inserted on the second line center and the second line power play. I want to track how many shots this guy gets per game and also the goals. And we're going to see if that helps out that second line production with our goals for per game, all right? I felt like ever since we changed our penalty kill, our goals against has been better, but we could still... Like, I'm familiar with this game, all right? I played GM mode every single friggin' year since 2011, 2012. These advanced analytics mean something. These hidden stats, these shot frequency stat, it means something in the simulation. So let's simulate to the end of the next month and see what happens. Roster management. Charlie McAvoy is healed and available to play the team's next game. I already got him in there, so I will continue. And a 5-3 victory over les Montreal Canadiens. Boston player Kevin Millar is fully healed, so I'm going to leave him in there. Carolina, a 4-1 victory over the Carolina Hurricanes. All right, so Torrey Krug has now been injured with a sore knee. Estimated return is December 16th. December 16th is not that far away, but we got to try to win as many games as possible. So I believe I will be turning down the injury frequency for year number 2. I do like how they're not serious injuries, but man, are they way too frequent. All right, so we're going to put those guys, move them up in the lineup, and we only have 5 defensemen right now. For fuck's sake, man. Roster moves. Roster moves. No, yeah, I don't need to edit the lines right now. I want to change the roster. EA Sports, my goodness gracious. All right, so Torrey Krug is down with an injury. Chara is down with an injury. I wonder if the durability stat has anything to do with the simulation. Probably not. So let's bring up Vakanainen again. Vakanainen. Yeah, there you go. Confirm. Boom. So he is up on the team. Make more roster moves. So I got to send somebody down at this time. So it's going to be Par Lindholm. If he drops to another team through waivers, I apologize, Par. But I got to find a way to make this work. So Par Lindholm, all right, he is waiver eligible. Hopefully no other team gets him. Confirm. No other team picked him up, so we are okay. All right, 77 overall. The teams are probably full on their roster anyways. So let's go back to edit lines. I know I can do some power of video editing, but like I said, this is a pretty important point in the season. So let me just get, you know what, Vakanainen, since McAvoy is only going to be gone for like a week or two, I'm going to give you some first-line ice time. We're going to see what you can do up there. Extra attackers, what do we got? Shootout, Marchand, Bergeron, Krejci, Pasternak, and we'll go DeBrusk. I don't know why the shootout line got changed there, but all right. Goaltenders. All right, so we're going to see what Vakanainen can do. I'll move. Nah, you know what? He's going to play with McAvoy, yeah, because I want the depth on the bottom 4 as well. So Vakanainen on the first line with McAvoy. He's played 1 game. He's a +1. We'll see what he does, all right? Providence Bruins, for God's sakes, man. This game and its micromanaging. Jesus. All right, so there you go. All right, so the 16th is like a week away, so he shouldn't. Yeah, it's like right before the game against the LA Kings. We lose that game against the Chicago Blackhawks, a shootout win against the Colorado Avalanche, another win there. Boston player Torrey Krug has returned to the lineup. He will now begin to count against your roster and salary cap. Your roster, you're over the roster limit. Ooh, well, see, here's the problem with all the injuries. And they're happening at the same time. You're forced to go over the roster limit. Lots of waiver situations happening here. So with Krug back, I don't even want to play him because he's still kind of injured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So McAvoy. All right, so I can send Vakanainen back. All right, no waivers, so we're fine there. Boom. All right, he's back. Let me go to edit lines. All right. So Vakanainen should be gone. We'll throw McAvoy in there. I know he's injured, but or Torrey Krug, sorry. I know he's injured, but I don't want to take the time to do extra micromanaging. So that's the change I needed there. Who is scratched now? It should be Wagner Chara. So Chara is back. I don't know why Chara is being sat. Okay, it didn't give me a heads up for Chara being back. Carlo Grzelcyk, so I'm going to get Grzelcyk out of there. We're going to put Zdeno Chara in there. Alrighty. Chara is going to play second line with Brendan Carlo. Millar is going to go back there with John Moore, Krug, and McAvoy on the first. Special teams. All right. I don't know why it does that. You switch and it goes to 4-man first instead of just the 5-man power play. Krug, McAvoy, yeah, Chara, Coyle. Yeah, I don't need any defensive defenseman in there. So Chara is going to be in there instead of our other defenseman. Coyle's still going to be on the point. Force back a Carlson McAvoy. Yeah, that looks good, but penalty kill now. Could really use Zdeno Chara in there. All right, so Chara on the penalty kill. You're actually going to be replacing McAvoy on the first line penalty kill. There you go, Carlo and Chara, and then McAvoy and John Moore. Krejci back is Sean Corrali, Patrice Bergeron. Bergeron, Millar, you're coming off. Lots of micromanaging, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of it. So Chara and McAvoy are going to switch it up. Bergeron and Krejci are the three-man penalty killers. And our scratch players right now, Chris Wagner, Anders Bjork, and Matt Grzelcyk. Don't worry, boys. You will be getting plenty of more ice time. All right, so JFK so far, he's played 6 games. He's got 3 goals. See what I mean? See what I mean? This was the problem I had with the advanced analytics last year. It was like overalls don't really matter. If overalls don't really matter in an EA Sports simulation, do you guys really think the line chemistry and coaching is going to matter? A 76 overall player has already gotten like the same amount of goals as your 85 overall David Krejci. It's just, you got to look at the advanced analytics on how players play. I broke this system a long time ago. You think EA Sports is fixing it based on my findings? Boston player Torrey Krug has been injured with a sore knee. Oh my God! All right, some power of video editing. Fucking hell, man. All right, so I got Matt Grzelcyk in there. He's going to play the first line with McAvoy. I'm sick and tired of making micromanaging changes. I'm just going to have to do a bunch more the very next game. So Torrey Krug, I guess playing him with his lingering injury was the wrong call, for God's sakes. EA Sports, man. Come on. You're better than this, aren't you? All right, so there's a win. There's 3 of the last 4. David Krejci is upset you broke your promise. I gave you more ice time. What are you talking about? You're on the second line. You have a second line power play, and I gave you penalty kill. How have you not received more ice time? What the hell? Sorry, David. How can I? You promised me more minutes, but I'm still riding the pine. Why am I not playing more? You are playing more. See, EA, this is what I mean about your system. You implement a system that isn't even that, great to play with, and then it's broken. Like, where are the numbers that show me how many minutes he had before this request and how many minutes he had after the request? What does he mean he's riding the pine? He's the second line center. I don't know about you guys, but in the NHL, second line forwards play as much ice time as first line forwards, especially if they're specific players who also get power play time, which this guy does get. And ever since he requested more ice time, I gave him penalty kill time. His minutes went up. Do you mean that when he asked for more ice time, it means he wants to move up in the lines? Well, that should be communicated to the player. I'm already sick of this coaching and morale system. Sorry, David, how can I make this up to you? Well, I'm not, persuade, whatever. Our current lineup makes the most sense for the team. I hope you can be a team player here. Persuade. There you go. Now he's going to be pissed at me, right? You're right. The team comes first. Oh, so I'm glad we agree. All right, that was a tough decision. Fucking EA, this is... So he agrees, but his morale goes down. Where's with the contradictions? EA Sports, what the hell are you guys doing in the offseason? Coach, Gaspard Potvin is a new conversation concern. We are being scored on way too often. Oh, what do you want from me now? I believe that our team is being scored on way too often. Okay, so I think you are onto something. What should we do? Well, now I'm trying to think down the line of this stupid system, right? If I agree, then I'm going to have to promise something. Need more time. As much as I would like to address our goals against situation, I feel this. You know what? Persuade. Our goals against is something to keep an eye on, but I think we can outscore I don't want to listen to these guys. They're giving me shitty EA programmed advice. I'm GM Superb, man. I know what I'm doing. So just shut the hell up. Can I just not accept the conversation? Persuade. I'm just bullshit them. Just bullshit them. Okay, I really think we need to upgrade our defensemen as we are getting shelled out there. I disagree. As much as I agree that this is an issue, you'll need to figure this out on your own. There you go. Gaspard, figure it the hell out. Management morale has gone down. Oh. I mean, it just takes all the fun out of being a general manager. I'm the GM. I should figure out myself that we're not scoring enough goals and make the right adjustments. Why is it... Oh, EA, what have you guys done? You've made it worse. Boston player David Back has been injured with an injured shoulder. All right, replace player. Fuck it. Just get it done. Oh, he's a penalty killer, though. If we lose another game, I might have to go in there. 5-1 victory over the Nashville Predators. Torrey Krug is fully healed. All right, let me just continue. A shootout loss. David Backes is fully healed. All right, so I'll get them in there for the game against the Buffalo Sabres, even though we won that game. All right, so power of video editing. I'll do this one myself. Fuck. All right, so the injuries continue. David Backes is back on the fourth line and the penalty kill, and Torrey Krug is back. Now, I just want to give you guys, I know I'm hammering home my points about how shitty GM mode is so far, but the second line, right? Now, here's where, again, EA Sports is full of shit, and I know what I'm doing better than what they're telling me to do. The line chemistry shows me that this second line is not as good as the first line, right? But all we need to do is look at Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson and what his stats look like to determine what the second line's been doing ever since he joined. In the last 13 games, the second line is a +3. He's got 5 goals, 5 assists in 13 games played. So, I don't know about you guys, the second line has been playing better because before that, DeBrusk a -5, Krejci a -5. Ever since Forsbacka Karlsson arrived, they're a +3. But yet the chemistry says that they're not working well together. So I figured it out better than the game did. And watch this as well. Forsbacka Karlsson, was I right or was I wrong about the shots? 46 shots in 13 games played in the NHL. 46. You take a look at Jake DeBrusk, who's played more than double the amount of games that Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson has played. He is a sniper. EA has listed this guy, player type, as a sniper. What do snipers do? They shoot the puck, right? He's 83 overall. Forsbacka Karlsson, 77 overall. And how many shots does DeBrusk have? 139 games played. All right? Forsbacka Karlsson is shooting more, is at a better shot per game pace than Jake DeBrusk, which means he's going to have more goals per season. EA, it's completely broken. And you add in a new feature that has nothing to do with it. What the hell are you guys doing over there? Like, I'm really getting pissed off with this now. Forsbacka Karlsson should not be playing this well. It means that overalls, player types, line chemistry mean absolute squat when it comes to the simulation. It's all just little hidden stats that are in. Oh my god, I've gotten away from myself. All right, we'll try to continue. Let's get to the trade deadline. How much further do we have to go? I might just go fast forward with, like, every time an injury happens now. I might just go replace player and do some power of video editing. We have pulled above 500, but how far have we gone? We've gone, like, 4 weeks. 4 weeks and 25 minutes. Oh, my God, man. All right, so simulate up to this day. Let's see if we can get a nice little run going here. We just beat the Buffalo Sabres, and we beat them again. So back-to-back over the Sabres. Danton Heinen is fully healed. Continue. He's not even playing right now. I don't know why he would have been injured. A 5-4 loss to Jack Hughes and the New Jersey Devils. A 5-3 loss to Columbus. Tuukka Rask now has been injured with a bruised hip. His estimated return is January 12th. Now I have to call up more players. So my goalie's gone down with an injury now. All right, so let's go to roster moves. All right, so with Tuukka Rask going down with an injury, that means Yaroslav Halak is our starting goaltender, and Maxime Legacy has been brought up from the AHL. So, I mean, Bergeron, Pasternak, Marchand, Krug, McAvoy, Chara, Krejci, Rask, everyone is getting injured in this freaking game. What the hell? Oh, my God. Oh, my... I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to fucking... Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose Fernandez! Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided to all over me. Grand slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.